Good evening and welcome to another edition of HGP Sport. For today, I'm JADON Samuels. Thanks for joining us. We begin the cast this evening with some athletics news. The 59th National Schools Cycling, Swimming and Track and Field Championship will be bigger and will be run on time to avoid the customary late closing. This is coming from the Guyana Teachers Union. The details in this report.
So when we start on the 17th, which is the Sunday, we then go on Monday to the National Park, and then on Tuesday we are at the Liliendal, at the swimming pool there, where we're going to have, the same Monday, sorry, we're going to be out there. We're going to be in the National Park on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we return to Lenora for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I know you would have gotten accustomed to us running very late into Friday evening and then into the night. But let me assure you that this year, we are not going to be going way into Friday night for the closing of the championship, which means that our events, as a matter of fact, they're going to be on time. I'm sorry we don't have the managers for the teams here, because we need to let them understand if your athletes are not there after 2 calls, then the events will go with or without you.
Those were the words of Coretta MacDonald, General Secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union, speaking at the launching of the 59th edition of the championships on Wednesday. This year, championship will feature the best students in swimming, cycling and track and field. The registration process of the 15 participating districts has gone digital, making it easier for districts to be registered this year. Mark Light, President of the Guyana Teachers Union, has made it clear that the championships have raised the bar and continues to do so, with the synthetic track coming in for high praises.
We are at a position where our championship is moving to a next level. What we have observed as well is that new records have been established and broken since we started to use the synthetic track in Lenora. We have seen new records. And what we recognize is that for the last 3 years, we have seen improved performances among our athletes. Prior to that, our athletes utilized the grass track, and now we have our facility that prepares these athletes for international and regional competition.
President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, His Excellency President David Granger, will be the official patron of this year's championship. JADON Samuels, HGP Sport. Yet another chess tournament is fixed for the weekend and will be contested at the National Aquatic Centre, Liliendal. The details in this report. With free entry to this Saturday's tournament, the atmosphere is expected to be tense, with more players expected to turn up at the swimming facility. A renewed sponsorship this week with beverage giant DDL under its Topco Juice brand has resulted in a $320,000 budget to offset this weekend's affair. The upcoming one-day tournament consists of 12 rounds. Each player will be allotted 10 minutes plus 5 seconds increment per round. Interested players can contact Rashad on 658-3004, Davion on 656-4032, or Anthony on 613-2083 for more information. JADON Samuels, HGP Sport. Turning our attention to some golf, the 13th edition of the MACOR and ISG was launched on Thursday, with its annual Golf Invitational scheduled for this Saturday at the Lusignan Golf Course. Here is Stanford Howard.
The tournament, which is in its 13th year, will tee off on Saturday at 12:30 hours at the Lusignan Golf Course, after coming off a heated Guyana Open last weekend, which produced great scores at that tournament. During the brief but significant ceremony held on Thursday, CEO of MACOR, Mr. Gulmero Escaraga, added that the companies appreciated the relationship they have built over the years with the Lusignan Golf Club, and it has shown how fast it has been able to build golf in Guyana.
Golf is a sport that shares common values with our organization. In golf, we have to be committed, we have to be respectful, We have to be responsible. We have to do always our best. And this is how we conduct our business, and this is why our customers continue their preference for our company.
The CEO added that there is now a better green that really helps the improvement of the sport. He added that the improvement also helps golfers and motivate them with this hope more persons involved in the game of golf. Lozignan Golf Club President Halim Hussein thanked the ISG and MACOR family for their continued support. He stated that the support has been given to the tournament before the previous heads of the company and the club.
World, we can use the game of golf in so many ways, and one of the ways we talked about was the actual recruiting of top talent. See, golf is a game that makes sure that you have to perform your best every single minute. If you make a mistake, you must correct it immediately. You, not someone else. And being judged by your peers while you're in the golf course tells us a lot about the person we're dealing with.
For HGP Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
And finally, in sport this evening, some cricket news. Going forward, Phil Simmons shows support behind West Indies captains Jason Holder and Kieron Pollard. The details from Samuel Gillis.
Returning West Indies coach Phil Simmons has backed his two captains' ability to gather most of their players and suggested that Jason Holder will benefit from the decision to hand the wide ball wheels to Kieron Pollard. Pollard was the leading run scorer in the series with India's scores of 58 for 8 and 49. Simmons is now expecting that form to continue. Pollard takes over as ODI captain after a difficult World Cup in which Holder's side won just 2 matches and finished 9th in the 10-team round-robin group stage. This disappointment led Cricket West Indies to set up a task force to revamp their selection process, which recommended replacing Holder as captain. Holder was first appointed captain of the Test side back in 2015 at the age of 23. According to the head coach, his experience in the role means he could now afford to demand performances of his players. Pollard, on the other hand, will have his first assignment as permanent skipper in the 3-match ODI series against Afghanistan and India, followed by 3 T20s. Holder will then lead the side in a one-off test against the same opposition in Lucknow before they play another white ball series against India, which comprises 3 T20s and 3 ODIs. For HGP Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
That concludes our cast for this evening. I'm JADON Samuels, reminding you, as always, say yes to life, yes to sport, and no to drugs. Good night.